All right, so it wasn't a great week for the market, but there were a number of factors that resulted in emotional selling pressure that held stocks back, not the least of which was news of hurricanes and both hurricanes. But here's the thing, there will be substantial economic damage. We also know that there will be opportunities to rebuild, so we're not sure how that impacts everything. In fact, for me, I continue to look at the roots of this economy for guidance, and I can tell you, the excitement, that renewed animal spirits that we saw after the election, folks, still in place. There are two things this week that stood out to me, and I'm sure you didn't hear about it. Number one, in 2008, Gallup began its economic confidence index, and until the election of Donald Trump, there were only 2 positive months. Think about that, going back to 2008. Well, guess what? Now we've got 10 consecutive positive months, and that measure right now says that we're feeling the best we have felt since they started this thing. Now, that's so-called soft data. What about hard data? Well, put it this way. Businesses, they are putting money into this economy. This week, ACT Research reported that orders for Class 8 commercial trucks, you know, those big diesels, right, surged 49% from a year ago, 21% sequentially. I mean, we're talking orders for trucks that they've gone through the roof since last October. And since these things ain't cheap, you can believe that some smart people are looking and banking on our economic recovery. And I tell you what, I think we're going to get it. By the way, trucking is the top gig in 34 states, including the heartland that was overlooked for so long by Washington, D.C. So I can tell you, I feel great about the wheels of commerce. They're moving again, and the stock market is going along for the ride. Now I want to switch gears here a little bit. When I was a little boy, my mother was in secretarial school. She was learning shorthand and typing, and each night she would come home and she would practice, and there was a line that she had to use. Some of you might remember it. Now is the time for all good men to come to the aid of their country. Now, I'm told there was no political reason for this, that instead it was just sort of the perfect combination of length and complexity for anyone to learn how to type. Yet, here we are today, and that phrase is the perfect call to all of us to come to the aid of our nation now. And that's exactly what's been happening. When the chips are down, when winds are gusting, when floods are wiping away homes, we see what America is all about. I mean, we've seen the heroism from first responders. We've seen untrained volunteers do amazing things. We've seen donations from President Trump to the NFL, Hollywood stars. Everyone's forking over money, even people with very little money in the bank to begin with. In a desperate hour, America, well, we've shown the world our best. Now, as we brace for a very difficult weekend, and, of course, the 16th anniversary of 9/11 on Monday, we're going to continue to heed the call for all good men and women to continue to come to the aid of their country.